Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Dan Curtis on another busy earnings morning. We got results from Deere Co ahead of the open, Dan, and looks pretty good. Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Yeah, nothing runs higher like a deer in the morning. Those shares are up 4% in pre-market. They're set to open over $600 a share. And just to put that in context, these shares were trading less than $500 each beginning of January. Absolutely large run higher, and the earnings are supporting that. So the fourth quarter top and bottom line both beat estimates, and the company is raising its profit outlook for the year. This is coming off the back of an improving agricultural environment. Soybean prices have been rising as China revives imports from the U.S. That means the U.S. farmers are more likely to spend. That spending goes into farm equipment, so it goes into goes in the pockets of Deere. It also sees construction as a bright point. This is something we've been discussing with Deere, with its rival Caterpillar. The AI build-out is just putting in a lot of demand for the construction side. And on the agricultural side, it's Deere itself is saying that 2026 is the bottom of the current cycle. So it's been tough for the company, not tough for the shares, and they're seeing an uptrend in the horizon. That just lifting the shares this morning.
We'll talk about an uptrend. Look at Figma. That stock is the most highest traded this morning.
Absolutely. So Figma, it's a software company for designing applications and websites. So this is a company that with all the turmoil that we've seen from AI disruption, this is the type of company that has been caught in the crosshairs, from AI's dominance. But we're getting a strong report from this company, letting investors breathe a sigh of relief. Those shares up 12% in the pre-market. Fourth quarter sales were up 40%. That was above estimates. The guidance for the current quarter sales is $1.4 billion, total year sales, $1.4 billion. That's also above estimates. The company itself is developing its own AI tool. It's called Figma Make. That saw a 70% user growth increase last year. So that company kind of shrugging off some of these AI concerns, really popping that stock in the pre-market.
And hot on its heels is DoorDash after their earnings.
That's right. So DoorDash got whipsawed after the release. The shares initially fell as first quarter EBITDA guidance missed estimates, but investors shrugging that off. Those shares up 11% in pre-market. Market is focusing on the first quarter guidance. That is much stronger than Wall Street was estimating. Continued margin pressure due to reinvestment is expected to continue, but Bloomberg Intelligence is saying that with faster integration of Deliveroo and tech efficiencies, the margin drag may be limited to the first half. So looking at the longer term guidance, it looks like it could be stronger. That's why those shares are just rising 11% in pre.
Well, can't let you go without looking at the biggest loser in the stock market this morning. Carvana's getting clobbered, Dan.
Yeah, this one can't shrug off the margin concerns. So Carvana announced fourth quarter adjusted EBITDA. That's earnings. That's an adjusted earnings figure about 5% lower than estimates. That has the shares down 17% in the pre-market, even though the company beat top and bottom line. Carvana's been growing by acquiring car dealerships and expanding its ability to recondition cars. This is a lot of a reinvestment story, that weighing on margin, but that is hitting the shares this morning. It also is seeing higher than expected car depreciation costs on vehicle and inventory. This goes back to the inflation figures we've been talking about.
Yeah.
CPI has shown used car prices coming down, so that's also hurting the bottom line.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.